Oh, hey, guess what, guys? It's sunny out, it's 80 degrees here, and I'm gonna put my plants in the garden today. I'm very excited because I've been waiting for months now. I'm starting over here with my green beans. This is the west side going right here. The east is over there, and I don't want my beans to shade all my other plants, so I'm gonna put it as far on the west side as I can, all the way in California. Just kidding. When you put your plants in, you just gotta be careful not to bury it too deep. You want your soil line to be right even with the soil line of the plug or whatever it is that you're putting in the ground. And I planted my beans about, I don't know, 8-10 inches apart. These guys are gonna grow up and wrap right around my fence. There's gonna be beans all up in this area. Not here or over there so much, but right here. I got some red onions here. I'm gonna put a nice little clump right here. Now onions need some nice loose soil so that they can form down under. Down under. Tomatoes. I've got 2 large tomatoes and 1 cherry tomato. And again, this is your soil line right here. You want to bring your garden right up to that soil line. This is so easy, you guys. Since I only have 3 tomato plants, I'm just going to use a Nick cage. And this kind of helps it. When tomatoes get to a larger size, they grow up and they flop over and they're on the ground, and if a tomato is touching the ground, it's more likely to get some sort of disease or fungus. Gross, you don't want to eat them. So this will kind of help it grow up through. As it grows up through this cage, you tuck the branches as it grows vertical, and you'll have a freestanding tomato. If you're going to do a bunch of tomatoes in a row, like say you have 10 tomato plants, put a stake on either end, buy some garden twine, and just go every other plant, kind of snake it through. Nice tight string. That'll keep it upright as well. Nicolas Cage, Nicolas Cage, Nicolas Cage. You can never have too much parsley, right? So I'm gonna throw 1 in here. And I also have a big 5-gallon planter pot. I'm gonna put like 3 clumps there and some basil and some rosemary. All the herbs that I like to use all the time, I'm gonna clump them together in a big pot. Green squash, about 18 inches apart, 2 feet apart. I got some yellow squash I'm gonna put right next to the green squash. The back corner, some nice cucumbers. After we get our vegetables in the garden, the last thing we have to do is water them in. And this is actually an important part of the process because you can overwater, you can underwater, you can cause a disease to come onto it or a fungus. So when you water, you want to actually go around the root system and not on the foliage, especially on something like a tomato. Just avoid the leaves as much as possible. Give them a healthy drink the first time you get them in the ground. They're probably really scared. They're not used to being in the soil yet. So that wraps up this episode for gardening. I'm gonna put some more stuff in here and we'll keep showing you the progress as everything grows. And if I have any tips, and if you guys have any tips, leave them on the comments below so that everybody can see them. If you have a garden at home, post a picture on our Facebook page so that the whole world can see. And until then, keep playing in the garden, or at least play in the kitchen.